Have you ever heard of the Great Fire of Edinburgh? Hello, my name's Tony. Welcome to Edinburgh. Let me tell you a story. First, we need to start with this gentleman right here. This is James Breadwood, and he started the first municipal fire brigade here in Edinburgh, possibly the first one in the whole world. And for the first few months, the life of the fire brigade went quite well. Now, don't get me wrong, there was fire brigades before that one, but they were all run by insurance companies. So you would buy fire insurance, which would have its own fire brigade. So if your house caught fire, if you had insurance, they would come and put it out. If you didn't have any insurance, your house was just going to burn. But on the 10th of November 1824, at round about 10 p.m, a fire started here in Old Assembly Close. How the fire started, no one's quite 100% sure, but that doesn't really matter. The newly formed fire brigade arrived, however, they hit upon a snag. They couldn't access any water to start putting out the fire. It took them about an hour to start to find water. By that point, all of this was on flames up until about the 6th floor. Now, at the time, the building would be 7 stories high. The fire had started on the 2nd floor. So we're now on day 2 of the fire. All of this, all the way down, is now on fire, and this is really on fire. So much so that the cast iron bell inside it is starting to melt, and the metal is running down the side of the buildings. In fact, if you look at the spire, you'll notice that it actually says here that the whole thing had to be completely rebuilt due to the fire. We're now on to day 3. All of this is on fire. People are coming from miles around to see the fire because it is so big. The wind starts to shift and the embers start to spread the fire this way and set fire to the law offices. So now all of this is starting to catch fire, and obviously the team are trying to stop it from spreading to the law offices, but the real fight is to stop it from setting fire to St Giles. We're on to day 3, everyone's exhausted, the fire keeps raging, but they get a little bit of luck and it starts to rain, and it starts to bring it under control. By that point it starts to die down, and day 4 and day 5 they're generally just stopping smaller fires that seem to starting. So that was 5 days of this fire, and most of the Royal Mile in this section was destroyed. Afterwards there was an inquiry to why the fire brigade hadn't managed to get it under control, and it turned out there was too many people trying to be in charge, because there was still laws in place about all the old insurance companies and who was in charge of the firefighters. After that, the laws were changed and the fire marshal was in charge, and that was it.